Thanks to Darwin and his finches, we've all heard of natural selection. That's the key mechanism to evolution. In a nutshell, natural selection pressures enables individuals with certain traits in a population to prosper. They produce offspring and continue to pass down those traits. While the idea of natural selection was made popular by Darwin after a trip to the Galapagos Islands back in 1831, it was Dolf Schluter who really brought it home for us 150 years later. A professor of zoology at the University of British Columbia, his work in the field and in the lab has revealed the ecological mechanisms that drive the creation of new species.
Something we call adaptive radiation, which is the sort of rapid production of a bunch of species all doing different things, exploiting the environment in different ways. The classic example of an adaptive radiation would be the Galapagos finches, where one species got trapped on the island and eventually evolved into, say, 13.
Okay, so what about these finches? The most famous example is the ground finch, a bird that usually eats small, soft seeds, but during a drought on the islands was forced to eat harder, larger seeds. Within just a few generations, the bird evolved a larger but shorter beak better suited to cracking those large seeds. Another finch uses twigs to get at and eat insects, while another, the vampire finch, has evolved a sharp beak that allows it to peck at seabirds. It turns out these new species were not just evolving to suit their environment, it was also in competition with each other. In the Galapagos, Schluter found that when two finch species coexist on the same island, the differences in beak size and shape are actually more dramatic than when the same two species were found separately on different islands. This phenomenon signaled that competitive interaction between the birds was a mechanism that led to the formation of new species. His work continues to provide insight to this day, especially with a changing climate. We need to know how species can adapt to a warmer world. And now, you're Science Smart. If you have a science question on your mind, send me an email and I'll try to get it answered.